Can I start? Good morning, everybody. I don't think I've got a lot to say after that poetry because I'm in that poetry right from the beginning to the end. I'm a fossil from the early 40s, 50s, believe it or not. And I just came along to express, what people experience as poverty, in Liverpool. But we had our fair share. There was 9 of us, and my mother and father. My father was invalided away from the first Mersey tunnel where he was in Abbey. He was from Ballina in Ireland, and I put him in bad health. So me and my younger brother became the breadwinners. I was 11, he was 9. I'll probably get emotional when I'm talking about this, because it's that long ago, kind of thing. But I made just to say, as far as putting food into our tummies, we played our part, both me and ours, we got lessons up there. And our way of doing it, especially during the school holidays, we used to get what was called a penny return on the tram cars. And tram cars left Liverpool city centre in all directions. So what we used to do, each time we went out, we'd pick a different direction, we'd ride to the end of the track. And then we'd dismount with our bottle of water and our little fishing net, and we'd go on a recce at the local area. And 9 times out of 10, we always found something good, like a field with their cabbages in, hot potatoes, peas, and we used to wade up, we used to do. After that adventure on the way home, someone after our mother. And we used to take it back home. And we start getting dusk to go into the fields. The peas and the pods, by the way, that head is going to just have that. Picking potatoes and peas in your wellies. People might get the wrong idea. I've never done that in my wellies. In actual fact, I did put the peas, but they were in pods. So the wellies were stuffed with that, the pockets with potatoes, up the jersey with cabbage, and the bowling, back to the tram car and go back home. That was on the table and made another smile. I won't keep going on about it, but it was, as we all appreciate, the war was just finished. We were what your class as war babies. And someone had to feed us. The government couldn't do it. Everything else was rationed. You got half of this, half of that. I walked around with 1 welly till I was 26. That was your government, that. You were only allowed to put 1 arm and 1 sleeve. When you went to bed, you put both legs in the sleeve. That lady there, don't put the sleeve. But the one beautiful thing about it, we always had a smile on our faces. Thank you.
In Everton, as I said before, you rarely saw grass. You had to travel on a tram car or a good walk to reach grass or a park. And that was Joan Maddox from Everton.
I'm going back now to the early 50s, and I've got to put you straight. This is my brother, so I'm involved in this big family, and that's another sister there. And this sister, Maura, she was the eldest then. All 9 of the eldest had got married, so Maura was the eldest. She was the only one working. And she worked in this lovely clothes factory. And she was pretty well dressed because she used to get things at a discount price, but we still run around it. But on the odd occasion when my mum had a few bob, would be able to get us a nice new coat, at a reduced price, and it was absolutely brilliant. But while she was working there, we were like loads and loads of other people at the time. There was no food, there was no money, and my mother really relied on Maura's wages. And by the time Thursday came when Maura was getting paid, she was desperate, so she never ever waited for Maura to come home. She'd go down and wait outside Maura's work in a lunch hour, and she'd come out and give her the wages. We had tea on the table that day. That's how it went.
Oh, working for you again. It's titled there, whether you've read it, and I'm working for Mrs. Newman on Lark. And Mrs. Newman, to me, was a saint. She was a Jewish lady who owned a huge house. Everybody recognised it. It was right on Lark Lane, the beginning of Lark Lane. You couldn't miss it. Alexander's Drive on one way, Lark Lane went the other. Her domain was that huge house. And the reason I came to know this beautiful woman, my father, as I said before, was cashier out of Navy in the sun. Because of the conditions they worked in, just wrecked his life and left him with a bad heart. So he couldn't go back to work there, so we had to find some kind of income to keep the family going. And I had a boy from Ireland, he was a farm lad from Ireland, he knew a lot about the grass and the growing of it and one thing and another. So he put himself about, and he happened to knock on this particular door one day, asking is there any little jobs for the children or two that he could do. And this lady took a liking to him and brought him in, gave him a mug of tea, asked him where he was from, and said his things, and asked him to tend to the gardens. And that was the start of it. When we were big enough, he used to take us along as well. Just in case he took any bad turns, we were with him to help him. All those years, this lady, like I say, took such an interest in our family because she got this liking for my father. And on one occasion, we were actually working up there, myself and my younger brother, and my father took a bad turn and he was rushed into hospital. And this lady, Mrs. Newman, she called us into the house and explained to us that our father had gone into hospital. And that she'd look after us and get us home, one thing and another. And lo and behold, she had this huge Rolls Royce. And she actually brought it out with, I can't remember the guy's name, we called him Fred for argument's sake, with his big cap on. Looked more like a policeman, I used to shake when I see them. But anyhow, she got this car out to take us home and it was incredible. Before she left, he loaded the boot up with logs of wood, which on their own, but I knew the value of them, something to keep the house warm. She came out of the house a little while later with the most beautiful basket of fruit I've ever seen in my life. It didn't look real, the colours on them, the orange, the apples, the banana. It was like a painting, and it was so big, it was unbelievable. Dad was put in the car, me and our Jerry were put in the car, and off we went. And we drove down up a whole place, apart from funerals and weddings, this Rolls Royce, rolling down, and pulled up outside my mother's house. That everybody for a mile around was knows we wanted to see who it was. And we stepped out like two little Lord Fauntenoys. No backside in this house, but coming home in a Rolls Royce. And you know, it brings tears in my eyes to think, you know, the way this woman took us under her wing. Thank you.